Welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, where today we will be finishing Turnabout Samurai by doing the final day trial and getting D. Vasquez for the crime. But obviously, we don't know how she did it yet. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honour. The defence is ready, Your Honour. Today will be the final day of this trial, and both the prosecution and the defence will be able to present decisive evidence. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement. In yesterday's session, the defence presented us with a new theory for this case. He claims that the scene of the crime was in fact Studio 2. Today I will call on people present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. From their testimonies, the truth will become clear. Very well. Edgeworth seems a bit on edge. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls Miss D. Vasquez to the stand. Miss D. Vasquez is a producer who was present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. There you go. Here she is, the gangster. Will your witness state her name and occupation? D. Vasquez. I am a producer for Global Studios. On the day of the murder, you were in the trailer in Studio 2? As everyone here knows, yes. I dislike needless banter. If you must pontificate, do it when I'm not here. Very well, Miss Vasquez. Please give the court your testimony concerning the day of the murder. Nick, if she did it, make her pay. Right. I entered the trailer a little before noon. The meeting began at 12 sharp. It ended at 4. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had sour taken. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. We found Hammer's body later, and we all went to Studio 1. That's all. I have a question about one part of your testimony. You were fatigued, so you had Sal take you. The van. There's a van at Studio 2. I had him take me in that. I thought it might be risky to walk with that monkey's head toppling over. I see. Very well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. It's the final battle, Nick. Let's do it. Right. By yourself? Yes. And you didn't stop in at the employee area? No. Are you always this terse? Yes. Oh dear. Did no one leave during the meeting? No. Come on, let's talk a bit more about that. The witness did not come here to engage in idle conversation. Stop interrupting the testimony. The same could be said to you, Mr. Edgeworth. And please stop banging on your little desk. It hurts my ears. Hang on. Right, hang on. Whoa, what was that last one? And when exactly was that? I've forgotten. Maybe you could try remembering. No. The meeting ended at 4, and the rehearsal was scheduled for 5. I would think it was between those times. You would think. Hold on. You had Sal take you? What does that mean? It means what I just said. I had Sal take me in the Studio 2 van. Oh, alright. And what were you doing during that time? Don't hit your bets. It irritates you. Yeah, Mr. Wright. Oops. It was a 15-minute break. We know that. Do you have someone who can verify this? Sal. No, I mean someone else. One person is enough. She committed murder during that break. She wouldn't have had time to eat a T-bone steak. Well, Nick, find anything? Kind of wish she'd said a little more. It's hard. I think she's pretty used to being the boss. I'm sure you'll find something kind of contradiction in what she said somewhere. For Nick. Oh. Okay. I don't know. Oh, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. That's stupid. Is it 2:30? Oh. This is a hard. Right, I know what it is. It's this one, it's the sleep powder. No, it's not this one. Bollocks! Oh, what one is it? It's on that one. It's that one. Ah, as I thought. You claim you ate T-bone steak, but I say you did not. What's this now, Mr. Wright? Look at this. It's a plate. This plate was on the table in the employee area. As you can see, a large bone has been left behind. Mr. Wright, need I remind you, it was a T-bone steak. Exactly my point. Remember, if you will. Miss Vasquez and Mr. Manila ate at a table outside the trailer. Yet there were no bones left on the plates. Plates were bare. Miss Vasquez, tell me, how can a person eat a T-bone steak and not leave the bone? I think I know how. You didn't eat any steak during that break. You took your steak and threw it somewhere, like the incinerator. I see. Then what was Miss Vasquez doing during her break? Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? She was meeting with the Steel Samurai. Order. Are you saying? Yes, Your Honor. As Miss Vasquez left the trailer to eat her steak, she ran into the Steel Samurai, and then you did it. You killed him with your own hands. Mr. Wright, isn't that a little presumptuous? What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? Let him claim what he wants. You say I did it. Yes. Fascinating. And here I was worrying that today would be as boring as all the rest. Very well. Let us have a battle of wits, you and I. Good luck, Nick. Let's see. What was that murder weapon again? Oh yes, the samurai spear. Yes. I am, as you can see, a woman of petite stature. I could possibly use that heavy spear as a weapon. It's not impossible. Well, maybe it's not impossible, but silence. I'm speaking. The victim was stabbed through the chest from the front, yes. I believe this would indicate that the victim was aware of the killer's presence. Now, the Steel Samurai costume is quite light and mobile. Compared to the victim, I am weaker and slower. I couldn't possibly win such a fight. Not to mention, there is proof I did not have the spear. The photograph of the Steel Samurai shows the victim himself was holding it. What do you mean to say I could have wrestled it away from him? Yeah, take that, right. If you still think she did it, show us proof. Hey Nick, look at that data we have on the Samurai Spear in the court. Isn't there something in there that gets to you? Wait, something the matter, Mr. Wright? Sorry, Your Honor. I'd like to take back my previous claim. Very well. I won't hold you to your claim. But I'm afraid I will have to penalise you. Oh my god. What's this? You're taking back your claim. Let's backtrack for a moment. Want to consider whether the witness could have used the samurai spear or not. However, that has no bearing on this case. Me. The samurai spear was not the murder weapon. Oh, I bet she used the same fence he killed that guy with. I have proof, Your Honor. I can prove that the samurai spear was not used as the murder weapon.
Take that!
Wrong, Mr. Wright, but I haven't said anything yet. I know you well enough by now to know when you're going to present the wrong evidence. I can sense it too with my fate. What? What's that, duct tape?
Take that!
Okay. But that is the murder. Not so fast. Remember that this spear broke during the morning action scene run-through. But someone fixed the spear. It was the security lady. And she fixed it with duct tape. Now tell me, how is it possible for someone to stab a man who is wearing a thick costume with this through the chest? I'm acting dumb tonight. That's what I'm saying. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? Thinking about what you're... Silence. I'm the one testifying here, and I will be heard. What are you quite saying? Are you even aware of what you're saying? If the samurai spear was not the murder weapon, then pray tell what was? How was Hammer killed? Well, Mr. Wright, can you tell us what weapon was used to kill Mr. Hammer? Would I make a claim like that if I couldn't tell you what the weapon was? I'm afraid your confidence could sometimes be unfounded, Mr. Wright. Very well. Let's see this murder weapon. Now it's the... Look at this photo. What is this? Why, that's Jack Hammer sitting at the top of the stair. Order. Cannot have order, this trial will be suspended. Mr. Wright, what is this all about? This photograph is from 5 years ago. There was an unfortunate accident at the Global Studio. This is a photo of that very accident. Not a word of this was leaked to the outside. It was a close-kept secret at the studio. What does this have to do with the current case? Mr. Edgeworth, you still can't see it? See the fallen man in this photo? See how the fence post pierced him through the chest? What? Are you saying? Yes. What happened 5 years ago? Has happened again. Mr. Wright, continue. It's 2:30 p.m. on the day of the murder. Miss D. Vasquez meets Jack Hammer outside the Studio 2 train. Then she didn't. She pushed Mr. Hammer off the stairs onto the fence. Just like Mr. Hammer had himself done 5 years ago. Though whether she did it on purpose or by accident, I cannot say. In other words, the victim, Mr. Hammer, he died in the same way that he caused another man to die 5 years ago. Precisely. Ironic, isn't it? Oh, she's got a bit of sweat. Very creative, Mr. Wright. I could use a man like you on my script writing staff. You deny that what you say is true? Mr. Wright, let's say for the sake of argument that Hammer died at the trailer as you say. Yet the body was found at Studio 1, was it not? And in the evil magistrate's costume, no less. Are you then claiming that I carried the body to Studio 1 and returned to the trailer all in the space of a 15-minute break? How could I have disposed of the body? Could Jack Hammer have been pushed off the stairs to his death, then carried to Studio 1 and placed inside his costume? There wasn't enough time. Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, how could she have dealt with the body? What if she had another way to carry the body, other than with her own hands? For instance. Actually, for that matter, there was no need for her to do the deed in 15 minutes. And there was a way for you to carry that body. Interesting, let's hear it then. Mr. Wright, please show us how she carried the body. It's the vehicle. Miss Vasquez, you carried the body to Studio 1, and you used the studio van to do it. Recall your testimony. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. There was a van there, right? I had Sal drive me. You used the van to carry the body to Studio 1. Then, before everyone else got there, you put the body into the magistrate costume. Hold on, Wright. Don't forget it was Sal Manella that drove the van. Are you suggesting that Mr. Manella was a conspirator? Of course he wasn't. So without Mr. Manella noticing anything, she put the body in the van, then managed to put the body into the costume. Are you seriously suggesting that is possible? I was kidding to lighten up the proceedings. Mr. Wright, the court requests you refrain from making claims in jest. Yes, Your Honor. Of course, someone and the rest have been a conspirator. The body had to be placed in the van. I told you, I'm cracking up today. I can't get nothing right. Also, don't forget that they had to dispose of the steel samurai costume. They had to because it was covered in Mr. Hammer's. They probably burned it in that small incinerator. Well, Miss Vasquez, shall I continue? No need. You're smarter than you look, Mr. Wright. I lose. You win. It was fun. So what happens next? Don't you have anything to say? What would you like me to say? I lost, something like that? I just said that. Wait, so you mean D. Vasquez say it was you? You killed Jack Hammer? You can say. Huh? Are you sure I did? Mr. Wright, we just engaged in a battle of wits. And the result of that battle, you proved that possibility that I murdered Hammer. Right. But that is only a possibility. Proof is another thing altogether. You lack decisive proof, Mr. Wright. What? Order. Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts. Of course it's as the witness says. Certainly it does seem very likely she did it, but there's no proof. Edgeworth isn't sure. Well, I came here as a witness today. If you've no more questions, I'll be leaving. Miss Vasquez, you did it. That wasn't a question. Did you do it? No, Mr. Wright. Yes, you're. I'm not sure that question helped this court get any closer to a verdict. I'd like to testify again. Testify again? Know when to give up, Mr. Wright. Think about it. Even if I were to testify again, what's the point? Only say what I said before the truth, Mr. Wright. I've already said all there is to say. What would happen if I said it again? You'd ask the same questions, get the same answers. A waste of time. As it seems there are no further questions, I would like to end the cross-examination of the witness, Miss Vasquez. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth. I was hoping to come up with a question while I was objecting your... I didn't. I see. Very well. Your Honour, I request that the witness testify again. You are the prosecutor, are you not? Why are you badgering me? I'm your witness. I just want to hear your testimony again. Does this make any sense to you, Your Honour? I don't see that we have anything to gain by repeating the last several minutes. Mr. Edgeworth, I too see little point in making Miss Vasquez repeat herself. What exactly did you want her to testify about? Oh, yes, indeed, verily, I say, ergo. I want to hear about what happened after they found the body. Very well. The witness will testify to the court concerning this matter. Who knows? He probably realised she did it too. But was he the one that said he always gets a guilty verdict? After all that. Edgeworth is lightening up a bit, I think. I was with Salon Oldbag, the security lady, when we found the body. The assistant was there too, only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. The security lady Oldbag was quite agitated, pointing at Powers saying he didn't. I asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. Then I went home. I see no issues raised by this testimony. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. She may be acting tough now, but if you put her on the spot, she's sure to falter. Find the key you need and twist the truth out of her, Nick. Wow. What a way to say that. You've got to be careful, I've got 2 lives. We were to meet at 5 for the rehearsal. So I'd say it was then. When exactly did you and Mr. Manila arrive at the studio? About 10 minutes before. I wasn't stuffing any bodies into costumes, mind you. Where were the other employees when you got to the studio? They weren't there yet. Well, then you could have put Hammer in that costume with Salmonella herself. Oh? What did I just say? Didn't I just say I wasn't stuffing any bodies into any costumes? You should try to listen to what people are saying, boy. Boy? Huh. Mr. Powers was taking a nap, correct? So it says. Did no one go to call him? Remember. Remember what? There was a dead body lying in front of us, yet you expect me to be calm. Wait a second, wouldn't that be the other way around? The other way around? You discovered a murdered body and one person was missing, right? When you normally go looking for a missing person? I have to agree with the defence on this one. Well, Miss Vasquez. Logically speaking, perhaps. No, I was thinking very logically, I assure you. Also, without his still samurai costume, Powers doesn't really stand out. You have left him on the bus shooting at location. No one noticed he was missing. Oh wow. Okay. What was everyone else doing at that time? No one said a thing. It was silent. So we stood there until Powers finally arrived on the scene. Sorry I'm late. Then silence. Hey Nick, why is everyone so quiet? Someone should do something to lighten things up. No. Old bag security lady. Why did the security lady think Powers had done it? She said because she saw him going toward the studio. Right, there's still a samurai. Did the detective arrest Mr. Powers based solely on the security lady's work? Perhaps not. She seems to have also given the detective that photograph. Of course, I heard all this after the fact. She's not known for exhibiting the best sense of judgment when it comes to Hammer. I don't think there's anything in there I can use. You asked to be left out? Yes. It seems that everyone else was questioned. I'm really not fond of that sort of thing. But you can't just decide who the police will and won't question. Thankfully, the studio thinks otherwise. They were nice enough to understand that since we were in a meeting. There was no way we could have been involved. Plus, they covered for us. Covered for you or covered it up. There must have been a lot of riding on it with all the big ones at the meeting. They sure are professionals help them. Yeah, professionals. The script in your direction notes. Yes, they're quite valuable. It wouldn't do to have them stolen. No, I guess not. Wait a second. I thought you came to Studio One for a rehearsal. Why didn't you bring your script and notes? Well, I was under the impression that we wouldn't be able to rehearse anything. Why? It was a murder after all. Who could think of rehearsing after that? Oh yeah, I guess. Very well, Miss Vasquez. Please consider. Hang on a minute. I have an objection to the witness's state. I was going to say. How does she know there was a dead body? I think Miss Vasquez said she didn't film the script because there wouldn't be a rehearsal. Don't you see what that means? She would have had to know about the murder before going to Studio One. Order, Mr. Edgeworth. What you have just said. It's a reasonable observation. However, I find it hard to understand why the prosecution would make such a move. Or are you thinking of a career change to defense? I appreciate the concern, Your Honor. I will stand by my statement, however, regardless of how the court sees my role here. Now, Miss Vasquez, do you have an explanation? So the prosecution is in cahoots with the defense. What kind of court is this? No matter, I think you misunderstood me. I had a perfectly good reason to believe there would be no rehearsal. Very well, the witness will change her testimony to reflect this reason. How did you know about the injury? How did I know? Sal, he told me. Sal, the director. Well, we already know the answer because it wasn't Powell, it was Powell. You knew that Hammer was injured. Don't you think that's a little funny? I mean, it was still Samurai who was injured. It was Will Powers. What? Mr. Wright, explain yourself. Yes, Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg in this photo. And that's because he was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Pretending. One person was injured in the run-through that moment. That person was Mr. Powers, not Mr. Hammer. Now, why did you think it was Mr. Hammer who was injured? I already said it was Sal who told me. That's right, he must have gotten it wrong. I think not. Mr. Manella was at the run-through that morning. He would have known it was Mr. Powers who was injured. He saw it happen. Why would he tell you the wrong person? Miss Vasquez. Actually, you didn't hear anything from Mr. Manella. You saw Mr. Hammer limping with your own eyes. Yes, but wasn't it Mr. Powers? Yes, but remember, Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg too. He was pretending to be Mr. Powers. And when was he doing this? Well, it would have been after he put on the Steel Samurai costume and went to Studio 2 where he was murdered. Exactly. Miss Vasquez, you met him, didn't you? You saw the Steel Samurai limping. And Mr. Hammer was in that Steel Samurai suit. That's why you were confused. That's why you thought it was Mr. Hammer who had been injured that morning. Oh, they got you now. Order, order. I will have order. Whip. Can you refute this claim? Yeah, let's see you sneak out of this one, Vasquez. Very well. I have a question for you. Why in the world would I want Mr. Hammer dead? Yes, he'd fallen on hard times, but he was a star. And nothing to gain from his death. Nothing. Yes, she would need a motive. Why would she have killed the victim? If there was a reason, it is unclear to discover. Was the defense have anything to say on the matter? In other words, can you prove she had a motive? Okay, I have proof and I'll show it to you. I present to the court evidence as to Miss Vasquez's motive in this murder. This is my proof. This is the photo from before. This photo reveals the motive in this murder. Right answer, Miss Vasquez. 5 years ago, Mr. Hammer was at the height of his fame. With D. Vasquez, several incidents was swept under the carpet. Ladies and gentlemen, the case currently up for trial. It began on that day 5 years ago. Ironically enough, the accident precipitated Mr. Hammer's fall. His fall from stardom. His guilt weighed him down, no doubt. However, you, D. Vasquez, used Mr. Hammer. You made him work for you for petty change. Bringing us to the present day, and Mr. Hammer's last role as the evil magistrate. Yes, undoubtedly, it was a constant source of shame for the ex-star. One moment. We are talking about motives here, yet you have only talked about Mr. Hammer. It almost seems as if... as if it was Mr. Hammer who had killed D. Vasquez. What motive would Miss Vasquez have? Yes, that's right. According to what you say, I would have had no reason to kill Hammer. It's a good source of income for me. And I never get rid of useful men. It's a policy of mine. Mr. Wright, please explain Miss Vasquez's motive for murder. Oh no. Okay, allow me to present... Do I have any? I don't know if I have any. This is my proof. And this... Oh no. Oh. I can't think. My brain's got. Well, I'm stupid, right? I mean, you have to bear this. This video is terrible. I'm tired. That's my excuse. Okay. She had no motive, yo. What's that now? It was Mr. Hammer who was out for blood. All Miss Vasquez did was push him off the stairs in self-defense. What's that now? It's simple. Mr. Hammer was intending to kill Miss Vasquez. What? What? Your Honor, Jack Hammer drugged Mr. Powers with sleeping pills. Jack Hammer snuck into the dressing room and stole the Silk Samurai costume. Jack Hammer wore the costume to fool the security lady into thinking he was Powers. Then Jack Hammer made his way to the train. And for what purpose, you ask? To kill D. Vasquez, who had so cruelly taken advantage of him all those years. Oh, she snapped her fucking pipe. So, you did do it, didn't you? Yes, I am guilty. It was me. Someone called an ambulance. There's blood everywhere. We're too late. Ah, Miss Vasquez. What? What happened here? Manuel fell from the train stairs. Oh. Miss Vasquez, please try to remain calm. No, how could this? It was an accident. Mr. Hammer was doing an action scene and... No, Manuel. Don't touch him, Miss Vasquez. Oh, this is the flashback. Flashback back. God, I can't talk. Congratulations, Mr. Wright. I lose again. Mr. Edgeworth, where's D. Vasquez? In the waiting lobby, Your Honor, as calm and collected as ever. I see. Oh, right. Yes, Your Honor. Appear to have brought our chicken mother. I thank you. I think not, Your Honor. All comes with innocence. That he should be found so is only natural, not unusual. Yes, very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, not guilty. There he is. That is all. This court is adjourned. There's another killer behind bars. I don't know what to say. Thank you so much. I'm just glad you're okay. Yes, but it's sad. I know not that Mr. Hammer stole my costume. It's bad enough that he wanted to kill Miss Vasquez. To think that he tried to frame me for the murder, it makes me sad. Tell me why, Mr. Wright. Huh? Tell me, why did Mr. Hammer want to blame me? I don't bloody know. I guess we'll never know. Yes, of course. I'm not sure I'm going to go down that road. Congratulations, WP. Thanks to you, I'll be able to don the Still Summer outfit once more. I can't wait to get back into that sweaty costume and... Is something wrong? No, of course not. Nick, Edgeworth. Say something, right? I'm not good at small talk. Huh? What? That was too bad, Edward. You don't waste any time gloating, do you? No, I really wanted to thank you. Vasquez would have gotten away if you hadn't stepped in. Pleased to meet you, Powers. Edgeworth. I'm a big fan of your work, Mr. Powers. Liar. I must say, I hadn't expected to meet you again after all these years. Meet again? However, in retrospect, it would have been better had we not met. Thanks to you, I am saddled with unnecessary feelings. Unnecessary feelings? Yes, unease and uncertainty. Aren't those kind of necessary? They only serve to get in my way. You listen to me, Phoenix Wright. Don't ever show your face in front of me again. That's what I came here to tell you. Mr. Wright, was that guy your friend? Friends, as if they're rivals. For now we are, I guess. Come on, Nick, tell me what's the deal with you and Edgeworth? We're good for friends. So the curtain closed on another trial. I caused quite a stir by revealing that accident from 5 years ago. It was the talk of the town. Thankfully, Global Studios rethought its programming change. They went back to making kids shows again. The Pink Princess. Nick, this is it. The new show starts today. You're going to watch it with me, right? I didn't think they'd seriously go through it. You have to buy trading cards too, okay? We have to trade with Cody and that sister. Fine, I'll do it. Isn't it great that WP gets to play the lead again? I wonder if they'll show his real face this time. I don't know. I don't think the world is ready for the real Will Powers. And how can he play a female character? I mean, I know it's now 2024. But not when this game come out. Oh, Turnabout Goodbyes. Okay, so thank you for watching. I will be back next time when we will be starting episode 4. Turnabout Goodbyes. Thank you and goodbye.